I mean, at some point, people had to get rid of their abacuses and move to the calculator. Isn't it time for you to move from the spreadsheet to AI? I'm Tyler Otto, president of Specialized Accounting, and I can't wait to show you how many amazing things we can do in Ramp Stack. This is On Ramp. Let's go. Now, we're all used to getting bank statements and having to reconcile on a new set of books and figure out what our clients were missing. Doing the old format of having to go into QuickBooks, reconcile the bank account directly in there, and figure out why our balance does not match when we select all the transactions. What is going wrong and what are we missing? No longer do we have to do the investigative work ourselves because Ramp's taken that all off our plate. So we're going to come right over to Stack, and this is my first time using it. So I might come in here and say, hey Ramp, I would love your help reconciling the operating bank account for January 2026. What do you need from me? Now, spoiler alert, we all know that Ramp's going to need the statement, but I wanted to give you insight as to how it's going to request information from us and tell us exactly what it needs to do its job. And as predicted, it wants the bank statement, so we can just drag and drop and send it on its way.
Okay, kid, give it to me.
And magically behind the scenes, it's going into our QuickBooks file, pulling the GL detail and comparing it to the bank statement, identifying anything that might be missing. And voila, it's done. It's going to give us a nice, pretty Excel summary of what's going on and what reconciles and what doesn't, that we can either use to show to our clients, or we can even call out the missing variance that we saw when we were trying to reconcile in QuickBooks. It's figured it out. And if there's missing entries that need to be posted, it's going to help us do that. But my favorite part about this by far is the fact that it's going to identify any of the variances or errors that have been posted to the general ledger, and it's going to help me fix them by giving me a beautiful, well-formatted journal entry with whatever specifications I indicate that I can come over and post directly to the general ledger without having to go back to QuickBooks or whatever other accounting system I'm using. And just like that, the transactions are posted. It's going to do the final reconciliation. And now it says, hey, we can do this going forward. Do you want us to create a task or a skill out of this to make sure that we can do this continually going forward? Well, now I'm getting excited because what else could it do? I'm noticing on my financials for this client that we haven't booked interest expense for the entire year. And if we look, there are still payments coming out of the loan, which tells me we haven't been breaking out interest from principal. So let's see if Ramp can help us with that as well. So I'm going to come back into Ramp, and you know what? I'm just going to go for broke. Let's go crazy. Let's test this thing.
You really are crazy.
I'm going to challenge Ramp by saying, I need you to reconcile the loan on this account. And I notice we haven't broken out interest expense at all for the entire year. Can you help me get that resolved? So let's get greedy. Let's test this thing. We're going to throw 7 bank statements at it and see if it can get us caught up in a matter of minutes. And then I have to stop and ask myself, am I going to miss the days of doing those manual reconciliations in QuickBooks and trying to fix all the errors? Yeah, maybe the OCD side of you, but the rest of you won't. And oh my goodness, Ramp, you're spoiling me. This is just too much.
Thank you.
Look at this. You have staged and prepared all the loan interest expenses for me to catch me up year to date, and you've attached the bank statements to go directly on the transactions. Oh my goodness, I could marry you right now. Put Scarlett Johansson's voice from Her in there and call me Joaquin Phoenix. I'm in love with a bot.
You're beautiful.
And like any good AI robot overlord, it's also delegating work back to me saying, hey, let's make a task for this for August so that we don't miss it because your tiny feeble human brain might forget about doing this. So now we're completely caught up. And if we go back to our books, we can go look at our financials, and on the profit and loss, all my interest expense are magically posted. My balance sheet reconciles to the statements, and I've got a nice pretty Excel workbook if I want to show my boss what I've been doing all day. And by the way, using Ramp Stack, it really didn't take me that long, only a couple of minutes, so I don't know what else I was doing all day.
I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
And get this, this is one of the easiest use cases that I've done with Ramp Stack to date. So get in there, get playing with it. It's free through September 3rd. You might as well try it, break it, and revolutionize the way you run your firm. Be sure to like and subscribe so you catch the next videos coming out showing off all the amazing things we're doing in Ramp Stack, and we'll see you in the next one.